Vis-a-vis that mensch, Taka, how do I know, specifically in this relationship, how do I know I'm not blinding myself? We know when I mentioned in the eerste one, our relationship, or in the first stages of a relationship, they are blinded. There's certain things that's mistake.
So let's acknowledge that you are blinded.
Correct.
Which is what we spoke when the thing turned off. So once that's okay, then you can start looking at things, okay, what do I see? The ability to work through things ends up being one of the most valuable pieces of being in any relationship with any person. Work through things could mean in business, it could mean in partnerships. If someone is willing to go to a therapist and really be in therapy, really not bounce as soon as they don't agree. I don't feel safe with this therapist. Okay, 1, 2, 3, I feel safe with someone, right?
Yeah.
Their willingness to work through things, the willingness to accept that I'm sorry on your end, and for her to accept that I'm sorry, even if it's a messy, like it lingers for 3-4 days, you still feel the drama from the betrayal. But the ability to get through things ends up being, I think, one of the most valuable pieces in any relationship, and it could be found later, by the way. A couple, I like to really talk to people that got married at 19, and they think they have no chance. Like you could learn what I'm sorry looks like at 30, at 40, at 50. I've seen it. You know, I've seen it through the work that I do. I've seen people actually find love in a relationship that they have einiglich, and they didn't cheat. They only thought like, the list geht so, Boert, pious, move weg to andere country, behalte ich, wie gaat kimmen Geld, okay, gaan we. So a ganze plan in order to treffen love, and they find it with this wife, in this life, with this community, because they're willing to be wrong, to learn, to humble themselves.
I had here 2 episodes with Shlomo Eckstein, who's just a relationship coach. He said a couple came to him in their 40s with 8 kids. He said, we want to get divorced. Had hij gezegd, divorce? He listened to their story. He said, divorce? You guys were never married.
Beautiful.
You never knew each other. Guys are also dates. Start getting to know each other.
And I know these things are easier said than done. Going out with a wife of 20 years on a date is like, who were we kidding? And it's still possible. It's still possible to try different things. One of the things that's really, really important is to understand my personal responsibility in my trigger, which means, yes, she doesn't look the way I think I'm attracted to, what I'm attracted to, or the woman that my neighbor, I don't know.
Yeah, you taught me that months ago already. You said she is different. Like acknowledge as ihr Weg from processing information is different wie dans.
Exactly. And so when I acknowledge it and I accept it, and I start realizing why am I clinging to something else, I start noticing there's something in me that I'm running from. There's a personal buy-in to not wanting to work it out with her. There's a responsibility that she will require me to have. And if this woman actually holds me accountable, the fantasy doesn't.
Or maybe it just feeds into my own insecurities so well.
What does?
This relationship.
Yeah, you mean in a toxic addiction way?
Yeah. I'm saying this could still be. I'm saying my own relationship can be one of us being drawn to each other.
No, that's for sure. By the way, we're here to be masaking each other. You ever read the book? Read the book Radical Forgiveness?
Yeah.
There's no question that your souls are here to really mess with each other, and also like calling for each other because your human part is really not going to like each other.
Because ich gewollt originally is ook het einde was is anxious. I feel validated. But then it would have just.
So that is a toxic loop, right? And then there is a let's call it a toxic loop guide in a circle. Like imagine you're in an elevator that has it's glass elevator, elevator, revolving door. But there's no way to go out. You're sitting in it and going, that's a toxic loop, which means there's the dopamine, there's the makeup, and then again, and then there's the and the makeup, and then again. But it goes in. Then there's the other one. The other one is the step out, which all of a sudden there's a step we take. And a step we're taking, and eventually we don't go into the thing that much. Eventually we just keep taking steps, and we evolve. And we evolve in increments. I think in relationships we take turns. Like there's a phase where my wife was ahead of me, even though she's younger than me, she just knew mannerism better. A word is a word. Don't overpromise. She knew how the world works in a very grounded way. And then I had to live up to that and say a lot of I'm sorry's and be good enough that I'm not good enough.
I went to the gasten in Matti yesterday, 10 minutes before it started. Because ich gewusst, dass Tommy Kimmich später wie 6:10, let's say. Het is aanpist.
Exactly. That's the thing. Thank you. 5,000. Yeah. So it's like people, there's certain, that's a maturity that no matter how much self-work I've done,
that taught me something.
I didn't have, like to really show up in physical time. Nish, I care about you. The world is, I'm going to do anything for you and I won't show up. So she would get upset, like forgetting birthdays and all these things.
Right. But I was very upset because I feel that me going into a relationship, I still don't think there's a proper system of explaining to us what a relationship is, what a marriage is, what a girl is, because man redt nicht. Aber was ist an Schir in Yeshiva, wie man sagt, was a Meidl is?
It's the shielding thing. You remember we spoke about it a while ago. The shielding thing is the one thing they do. They want to protect people from making bad choices. But
because als reden wie Geschmack a Meidl is, dann haben sie mehr als Menschen gehen in Arim trennen probably.
Which is actually the opposite. The natural inclination for a man is to have his woman.
Right.
It's an animal desire, animalistic desire, and a spiritual desire.
Right.
On both extremes of the human person.
Männer sagt, Frauen sagt, und man kann seine Schriften bei den Nummern, you're taking away the whole respect. You're making a taboo subject even more taboo.
It's the assumption that if I let them choose, they're going to choose wrong, which is very Christian.
Right.
Versus very Yiddish is that if I let you choose, you're going to choose good.
The right way.
You're going to choose good. You're naturally inclined to want to choose good. If I only let you choose, but if I take away the choice, we don't have access to that place of choosing even.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay, and the main sponsor, 3M Vitamins. For this one I'm excited because ich allein nehme a multivitamin jeden Tag. Favus, because I learned, especially in growth and in healing, as the most beautiful way to sein healthy and stark is to nemen natural vitamins. A lot of people that I know, Menschen, was ich respect, nemen vitamins, and I joined on that train. Jetzt ich gewusst, aber das so gering zu bekommen vitamins, and it's just a message or a phone call away to mein Gittergaver David Isaacson from 3M Vitamins. You send them a message, free delivery to all over, any kind of vitamin. If you need a consultant, einer soll dich helfen mit der Seite, wo es ist, at the dust, he will help you at the hospital for deine Kinder. You want to give them chewable vitamins, was helped for focus, he will also help you with that. So it's his gringeheit ausreachen, and when you mention Weber or positivity, you get 15% off. That's a beautiful discount. So the information is 732-942-7200, 732-942-7200. Again, David Isaacson will help you with any kind of vitamin that you need to stay healthy. Speaking of being healthy, I've seen their ads, and I was curious to learn what's all this kosher skinny shots. Was ist das? So I learned, he himself is a nutritionist, he owns a medical clinic and a vitamin store, and when geheet von the Manjuro shots, hat gesehen, that this is etwas, was man kann sich verlassen auf, and that it actually helps with weight loss. Menschen struggling, weight loss, I know from my personal own journey with weight loss, wie schwer sie ist zu verlieren weight, and wie wichtig sie ist zu verlieren weight, and this is a tool that can help you get there. With this tool, you can lose about 10 pounds a month. You can still eat whatever you want, but your appetite is a little bit less. So that's why you're going to eat naturally less food, while it's not going to be a struggle for you. So Kosher Skinny Shots, they have a team, trusted people that you can speak to, and just get into a conversation with them and see if it's for you. The number is 845-409-8278, 845-409-8278, or if you want, you can get more information at Kosher Skinny Shots. Mention Weber for a special discount. As an entrepreneur and a business owner myself, I know the struggle of not having your books organized, and I know the freedom that comes with having a bookkeeper that is responsible, professional, helps you plan a budget, has the clarity when it comes to the numbers, and is available for you directly whenever you need. And this is where Mrs. Bleich from Bookwise comes in. An individual that has a lot of experience with helping many, many Yiddish businesses out there. You get a unique, personalized experience, and your business will have the clarity. If you don't know where your money is coming or going to, it's impossible to grow. So for the right growth in your business, get the right bookkeeper and reach out today to Mrs. Bleich from Bookwise. The information is info@bookwisenewyork.net. That's the email address, or the phone number to call is 845-372-3591. 845-372-3591. She will help you with all of your needs in the bookkeeping field. Thank you for watching this episode. Chevra, as always, I love to hear your feedback. Laat me a message in the comments. Was hast enjoyed wegen der episode? Welche Detail hast enjoyed? Oder was kannst du sharen wegen deiner personal journey? Oder was kannst du sharen? Future guests, was uns mal aufbringen. I always love to hear your feedback because based on what you say is the guest that I bring up next. And when people recommend a guest, I go directly and I message that person and I ask them if they want to come on. So I really always appreciate your feedback. Ook I hear all the messages of the hotline. So if here's this of the hotline, thank you very much. I always hear the messages and I appreciate it. This is also a reminder to please support the sponsors in their episode. Sai, 3M Vitamins, if you can, even just to save their number, shows them that we have a listening and that their money was well spent. Same is with Kosher Skinny Shots. If you know of them, send them a regards. If you can refer somebody, Sai for the vitamins, Sai for the Kosher Skinny Shots. Oder Sai for bookkeeping is a dritte sponsor. Bookwise bookkeeping. It really, really means a lot and helps out the program. Be'emes, it helps me get a little bit of money into this podcast that keeps me motivated. It means the world to me. Afela mekena machen a like also means a lot. Oder man share this with a friend. I'm subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. You subscribe. Du willst kannst du uns in the notifications like this. You get the message every time there's a new episode. You'll get it. You'll get to see it first. Another special thing that I want to mention is in some of the membership. The membership is basically from jede episode wird recorded a bisschen bonus content. Usually is the conversation that a bisschen lighter. So it's usually gleich noch the podcast, the gleich vader podcast. Record a bisschen of the camera and gleich is for members. For was tieges? Because it costs $10 a chodesh and this helped in some of the Shine group members. This helped cover the cost from the monthly expenses from the podcast. So you're paying back at $10 to help support the channel, but you get yourself extra bonus content, which is very interessant, and you get to join a WhatsApp group with me and andere listeners. We can discuss any podcast. Now I want to make a special offer, which is for the next 5 people that sign up will receive their gift. This is a beautiful positivity, which that positivity of Deizat, drinking positivity of the Andrezat. I will either deliver it to you or bring it to you personally for the next fin of members of signing off. Even if you only sign up for 1 month, I will give you this beautiful gift, a shine a cup with a cover, and just my way of giving back to the people. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you. Thank you for keeping us the #1 podcast out there. Thank you.